Okay, welcome for Legacy of Dorn, Herald of Oblivion. And I am tired. Let's see, click to continue. Warhammer 40k, Legacy of Dorn, Herald of Oblivion. You are Brother Nabor, a space marine of the Imperial Fist chapter. Space Marines are the ultimate human fighting machines. Genetically modified superhuman warriors, standing over 7 feet tall and absolutely lethal due to decades of combat training. They were created by the immortal Emperor of the mankind to first reconquer the galaxy in his name and continue to defend human race from all predators of all manner of enemies, heretics, traitors, aliens, demons, and even their own corrupted brethren. The Imperial Fist are one of the most loyal chapters of the Imperium, second only to the Ultramarines in their adherence of the Codex Astartes. The genetic inheritors of the post-human primarch Herald of Dorn, whose very blood runs in their veins, the Imperial Fist are known for their exceptional skills when it comes to siege warfare. It was they who manned the walls of Imperial Palace during the defense of Terra at the climax of the Horus Heresy. It was their contribution to the great battle that ultimately helped to bring the heresy to an end. And it is they who have defended Holy Terra ever since. Throughout the adventure to come, you will be forced to battle the enemies of mankind in all their myriad forms. When this occurs, you must fight them using Cogitator's Pugna Simulare. You will also come across weapons and other useful items that may help you progress. There are the difficult moral decisions that you will be forced to make, which could well have a direct impact on how events play later. Before you begin, it is recommended that you familiarize yourself with Pugna Simulare. This will prepare you for all combat conditions. Combat tutorial, alright. Pugna Simulare demo. During combat, you have access to a number of stats. Weapon skill. This measures how well you can hit the target and the probability of you making a successful hit. Strength. This increases damage dealt with close combat weapons and also increases the probability of you hitting the target. Note, ranged weapons have their own strength rating. Toughness. This decreases the probability of you being damaged by an enemy attack. Armor. This decreases probability of taking crit damage from an attack. Crit attacks deal up to twice the damage of normal attack, and the enemy without an armor always takes a crit damage. Wounds. This is your measure of life energy. If this value reaches 0, you are dead. Actions. This is how many attacks or actions you can perform in a single round of combat. Honor. This measures how successful you are in combat. Glances, hits, and crits all accrue honor. When your honor reaches maximum level, you are able to launch a devastating attack. Please select Fight to simulate combat experience. Alright. During combat, you can perform a number of different actions. Fire your Stormbolter at range or strike your chainsaw and lock in close combat. Press attack uses one action. Yeah, I know. There's a little bit too much voice for me to hear myself talking. Okay, we are now dealing with the Gretchen. Okay, well, that one missed. Let's focus up and hit again. And these two are firing at me. To help you during combat, there are a number of other useful features. Enemy targets use these arrows to choose which foe to target. Advance, yeah, and withdraw. Okay. Advance on the foe and destroy them. And let's select him. And we missed. Well, they are only Christians. Finally, remember the following points. Weapon select. Okay. Player info. Enemy info. And honor meter is right here. Now destroy these Christians. Alright then. And you missed. You missed. Okay. He glanced at us. Glance. Miss. And miss. How the hell? They are only Christians. Oh, you need to look. Fuck. Focus and another focus to have a 100% chance to deal 5 wounds. The fight is over. Victory. Please. Yeah, okay. Victory. This is the end of the Cogitator Bookmas Simulare demo. You may now choose your difficulty settings. Okay. There's an veteran, Astartes, and an initiate. Okay. Let's see what else. Veteran, you're a veteran space marine of the highest order. You have been involved in many campaigns for the Herald of Oblivion with abilities and skill befitting your rank and experience. You begin the adventure with 25 wounds, 5 purity points, 10 save states, and you are equipped with a storm bolter, power fists, and a combat knife. You also begin with 4 clips of bolter ammunition, which each clip containing 20 ball shells. This setting is recommended for experienced Astartes who have previously boarded the Herald of Oblivion more than once. Well, that is not basically for me because I'm playing this for the first time. Astartes, you're an Adeptus Astartes. While you are one of the foremost warriors of the Emperor of Mankind, you have not honed your skills to perfection across multiple campaigns as your elders. You board the Herald of Oblivion with increased compatibilities to help you during fights. You begin the adventure with 40 wounds, 10 purity points, 20 save states, and you are equipped with a storm bolter, power fist, and a combat knife. You also begin with 10 clips of bolter ammunition, which contains 20 ball shells. This is recommended for Astartes boarding the Herald of Oblivion for the first time. You're an initiate. You're an initiate of the Imperial Fist and will be using this experience purely as a simulation of events. You begin the adventure with 40 wounds, 30 purity points, unlimited save states, and you are equipped with the storm bolter, power fist, and the combat knife. And you also have 30 clips of bolter ammunition. What the hell carries 30 clips of some weapon? Come on, seriously. We are going to take the Astartes. Well, it's a normal difficulty. Okay. The hulk is so vast that the mighty Adeptus Astartes strike cruiser is a buzzing needlefly to a rocks in comparison. Like some errant planetoid, the warp-spawned conglomeration of ancient wrecks and stellar debris blocks out the star fields for tens of kilometers in every direction. It is ominous presence drifting through the void at the periphery of the Sargon system, a lurking threat with all the menace of dead-eyed ocean predator. Rightly was it named Herald of Oblivion, by the talisman of the Orosinos. For who knows what savage orc hordes or gene-stealer brutes lie hidden within the labyrinthine depths waiting for the derelict to come within a range of fecund Imperial star system or potential prize world. The shadowy masters of Order Xenos have known of the Hulk existence since it was first encountered by a rogue trader fleet within the outlying systems in a segmentum obscura. But it is only now, not many Earth standard months shy of 200 years later, that the Herald of Oblivion has been vomited back into the material universe at this time and in this place. Thanks to the capricious tides of the war and the fickle schemes of fate. Somehow I feel the hand of Zeus in this. So it was that the Imperial Fist strike cruiser Shield of Dorn, the closest adept to Astartes vessel within 6 weeks warp travel of the Sargon system, was dispatched to assess the threat the space hulk posed to the Imperium and act accordingly. Smoke and incense fog the stale air of the chamber as a gaggle of solemnly chanting tech adepts. Then to the host of arcane mechanisms, under the watchful gaze of tech marine Brother Gladys. At the nod from the engineer manning the controls of the ancient teleportarium, the power sword in hand, Sergeant Valerius addresses the space marines under his command. Squad Scipio, comes the sergeant's voice throughout your helmet's con. We have been tasked with the cleansing of the derelict of Xenos presence in preparation for the insertion of Inquisition search team. And so, now let us prepare for teleportation. One by one, the battle brothers of Squad Scipio mount the dais and take their positions within the teleportarium. First joins the Sergeant Valerius. The first to join Sergeant Valerius is Brother Barathon, carrying a heavy flamer gripped in his hand as casually as it were nothing more than a last pistol. He is also a bearer of a number of sanctified plasma bombs. After all, none of you really know what you might run into aboard the derelict. Barathon is followed by Brother Kale. The lightning claws he has the honor of taking into battle are treasured relics of your chapter. The crackle with the barrel contained esoteric energies as he flexes the long blade fingers of the venerated artifacts. Next to take his place is Brother Ordus. He is a temporary addition to the squad, and since he is an apothecary, he does not wear Terminator armor like the rest of you. Instead, he bears the sacred tools of Apothecarium, all contained within his Narteserium, as well as the chainsaw and the bolt pistol. As the most recently inducted member of Squad Scipio, you are the last to mount the teleportarium days. Sergeant Valerius turns to the Tech Marine Marshal, marshalling the servitors and deck adepts monitoring the enigmatic machine many controls. Squad Scipio ready to teleport, he says, his commanding tone emanating from the external voxcaster in his Terminator armor. Confirmed, Brother Clavis replies, his voice exhibiting a motionless, machine-like cadences while the grey servo arm attached to his back twitches nervously. At some unvoiced order, the only tech adepts pick up on. Brother Clavis' minions carry out the sequence of well-rehearsed maneuvers of archaic controls before them. A deep humming sound fills the air, vibrating the teleportation plate on which you are standing. The vibration travels up to your osmodula, hardened leg bones, settling in the pit of your stomach. At the same time, tendrils of crackling energy crawl over the meteor array above your head. Brother Sergeant, resonating voice carries across the teleportarium chamber over the rising hum of the emitter. Room for one more? Epistolary randoms, Valerius says, acknowledging the new arrival with the deferential bow of his head. You honor us with your presence. The librarian is an imposing sight indeed, standing out even amongst the party of Terminators of the chapter's first company. Wear your tactical dreadnought armor, and that of your brethren is the sunfire yellow of molten gold. Primary colors of the librarian's armor is a deep-hued crystalline blue of lapis lazuli. He does not wear a helmet. Instead, his head, with his patrician features, close-cropped white beard, and dual-service ducts, denoting more than 2 centuries of devoted service to the Imperium, is framed by the ceramite and crystalline lattice structure of this psychic hue. This arcane device helps to focus the librarian's formidable powers, while at the same time protecting its wearers from the attacks of the enemy psychers. On his left arm, Radamus bears a storm shield that in turn bears the clenched fist symbol of your chapter. In his right hand, he carries a mighty hammer. The epistolary can channel his devastating psychic powers through these weapons, redoubling his already deadly ability to injure the enemies of man, enemies of the Imperium. What troubles you, epistolary? Valerius asked, unsettled by the librarian's appearance. You sense a preparation in the war? Perturbation in the war. What is that word? Hard to say. A shadow moves upon the face of Sea of Souls. Something insinuating itself into my subconscious, whisper from the wall. The voices of ghosts and demons. Utterance as the prophecy of and blasphemy both. A prophecy, Valerius almost grasps, about our mission, about our undertaking. Indeed, Brother Sergeant. Something sinister is at work here. What do you mean, Brother Librarian? Apothecary, Orders ask, intrigued rather than anxious. I cannot tell you any more than that, the epistolary says, his eyes backlit by an eerie of luminescence. Only the fate has plans for you. Only that fate has plans for you. You suddenly feel the librarian's gaze alight upon you. Kel flexes his lightning claws, simple action with a heavy menace. If it's something I can kill, just show me the way, brother. Radamus takes a step towards the teleportarium platform. I wish to accompany you to the derelict. In Dorn's name, you will be most welcome, Sergeant Valerius says, bowing his head once more. Let us hope so, Epistolary says darkly. Let us hope so. Let us hope so. I cannot do a darkly voice. Anyway, as Brother Librarian Radamus joins your party on the beaming plate, Sergeant Valerius raises his power sword in time-honored martial salute. Primarch Progenitor, he declares, his word echoing from the metal walls of the sanctified chamber. To your glory! You and your battle brothers answer as one with the traditional response, and to the glory of him on earth. Commencing the teleportation sequence in the name of the Omnisaya, Brother Clavisin tones. Rising hum of arcane device filling the chamber grows the intensity. as just the monotone chanting of the tech adepts. You feel strange tingling deep within your bones as the inscrutable machine begins to disassemble your body, your armor, and your implants one at a time, piece by piece, molecule by molecule, atom by atom. Judging grass suddenly shakes the teleporterium to its very foundations, and several laminatars swing out. Chanting of the tech adepts is replaced by a panicked binary chatter and followed by subsonic boom. Teleporterium activates. You brace yourself as the ancient mechanism prepares to hurl you from one discrete physical point in space to the another via precision-focused Keller field. One by one, in quick succession, your battle brothers blink out of existence in a beam of searing white light. Taking a deep breath of suits recycled air, you close your eyes and wait for the teleport to transport you to the Hulk. There is a second chattering crash, and you are forced to take a stumbling step to stop yourself falling. Even in your massive heavy suit of Terminator armor, you open your eyes. You are still standing on the Shield of Dorn. The whine of the Keller field generators rises and falls as a burst of eldritch energy crackle across the array above you. What's going on? You start to say before Brother Clavis silences with your upraised hand. Brother Neighbor, remain where you are. Tech Marine voice comes to you through your helmet comm. Yet another crash rocked the teleporterium chamber, dislodging the centuries of dust from the curved metal ribs of the craft's hull, forming obscuring clouds all around you. Something is clearly wrong, but what? Okay, and here we can make our first decision. Get clear of the ancient teleporterium device as quickly as possible. Stay, as Brother Clavis recommended. Well, since Brother Clavis is a tech marine, well, I will trust his judgment to stay on the platform because, well, if the device happens to malfunction and we are trying to get clear, we can be teleported by, well, let's say our ass could be teleported into the Hulk and we would be left without a lower body at all. So I think we are going to stay. Obeying the Brother Clavis' command, you wait as unfathomable forces ripple and distort the air around you. Gradually, the epileptic burst of energy fades from brilliant white light to a much calmer blue. Keller field stabilizing, announces the sweating tech adept from his place at the control lectern. Finally, the collapsing energy field dissipates altogether, leaving behind nothing but a stink of ozone in the air, an uneasy feeling in the pit of your stomach. Uneasy, yes, but not to fear, for the Adeptus Astartes are untroubled by such pathetic emotions. Keller field stabilized, confirms the tech adept. By the grace of the Omnissiah, the tech marine says. Brother Clavis, what happened? You begin, only to be interrupted by yet another chattering crash. Shipmaster, tech marine says, speaking to dust-filled air. Status report. The Shield of Dorn is under attack, comes from the shipmaster, Trava. A stressed response over the comm. They came out of nowhere. Who did? Clavis demands. Pirates, Xeno scum. The shipmaster voice echoes around the vaulted metal chambers. Eldar, and the most black-hearted of their inimical kind. So they are probably Dark Eldar. A host of other voices come crackling over the comm, sounding like they are echoing to you across space and time. They are the voices of your battle brothers, carrying to you from wherever it is they have been transported to board the drifting space hub. Then suddenly the comm signals from the Hulk cuts out. All available Okay, let's do that again. All available battle brothers. A voice booms through the ship's internal walk system. Prepare to repel borders. Not you, Brother Neighbor. the Techmary intones as the teleportarium is bathed in the rippling glow of tamed lightning once again. The power has been restored and the device is ready to fire. There is a barely time to give an utterance to your chapter's motto before, with a white burst of athenic light and the roar of the death cry of the stars, the teleport tears a tunnel through space and time and hurls you through it. Wheels of Fate. Fate determined. Your vision blurs. And we will continue from here later.